Hey guys! Are you looking to practice your listening comprehension skills? Well, you've come to the right place because we have a way for you to do that in a very fun way using a short story. So make sure you watch till the end so you get to the listening comprehension questions, alright? Are you ready? Let's start!
Anesh and Andrew's big idea. I'm getting hungry. What about you? Andrew asked as he put down his video game controller. He rubbed his tummy, which had started having conversations with him about half an hour ago. His friend had come over to play video games with him, as was their routine at the end of every week. Lucky for him, his friend was a chef and always loved to whip up classical and fusion dishes in his newly renovated kitchen. Andrew loved a good meal and had all the ingredients, pots and pans to make it, just not the know-how to execute great dishes like his friend Anesh. Once upon a time, there lived a happy but chubby prince in a city called Pune, Anesh started to say, but then a pillow hit him square in the face. What the? He didn't have time to finish his sentence as another pillow was being thrown his way. That actually hurt. Do you want me to cook for you or not? Anesh growled. Andrew just laughed in response. I am not chubby. I work out twice the amount you do. I just happen to love food. Food and traveling. You do too, so stop pouting and start cooking. We have a big meeting tomorrow and we should really just have a great dinner and then get some sleep, Andrew said matter-of-factly. He went into the kitchen to prepare some of the spices he knew Anesh would need. Garam masala, curry powder, bay leaves, cumin, turmeric. What else do you need? There are too many things. I can't keep track. Andrew left it alone, knowing Anesh would take care of it all. Once Andrew and Anesh put the video games away and moved to the kitchen, Andrew took out the proposals they both had drawn up the day before. Andrew was the mastermind of the idea, and Anesh was the abstract inspiration. They both couldn't wait to pitch their idea to their managers because they knew it would be received very well. Their company was a startup, and the management loved fresh new ideas. Thankfully, the president of the company happened to be an old-school friend of theirs, and happened to be loaded. It was a dream come true for all of them, really. The only difference between those that worked at the company and this duo was that Andrew and Anesh dreamed of living abroad, and this could be just the opportunity they needed to do it. Anesh was not too confident in his English-speaking skills as Andrew was, but Andrew knew they both possessed a great ability to communicate in their mother tongue and English because they started learning it early on in their childhood. Of course, it is natural to be insecure about a language you have never spoken with native speakers of the language. They did a good job of writing their proposal in English. Andrew's friend and colleagues had listened to him pitch the idea, and their feedback was all positive. They'd said it was a good idea, it had great delivery, and was full of promise. Okay, before I get to cooking, let's make sure we have all the parts of the presentation down, and that we aren't leaving any gaps or holes that'll trip us up, Anesh said. He sat down with knitted eyebrows. That's how you know he meant business. The next 40 minutes was all presentation, polishing and perfecting. The idea was epic and a true winner. At the end of the 40 minutes, Anesh and Andrew were pumped up and ready to make a great meal. Oh man, this smells and looks great, Andrew exclaimed, looking around at the feast Anesh had prepared for just the two of them. I am so glad you will be able to share your culinary skills with all of North America. Just imagine, gourmet ESL Express, two worlds collide. That night, Andrew and Anesh slept like two happy and hopeful logs. Nothing could wake them from their blissful sleep. It was full of successful, rewarding, and tasty dreams of things to come. They took Andrew's car the next day to their workplace. The managers and the president, Sonia, had also invited some potential investors to listen to the new idea. Everyone had already arrived and were waiting in the first boardroom. Boardroom 2 was where Andrew and Anesh would present, so they rushed in to prepare for the presentation. "Good morning, Anjali. Any messages for me this morning?" Andrew said jokingly as he picked up a cup of coffee. "Ha ha, Andrew. No, my apologies," Anjali said dryly as she looked up at him. "But good luck on the presentation." She went back to work without a moment's hesitation. Anesh just shook his head, smiled, and walked on. His mind was solely focused on the project going well. "Good morning, President, management, and investors. Anesh and I thank you so much for making the time for this meeting today. Hopefully you will walk out of this boardroom not thinking, but knowing your time was well spent. We have an idea that we believe will not only be a huge profit to this company and anyone who invests in it, it will change the way many people see language learning. Language is not just a skill, my friends, but a way of life. Language is communication between minds, between hearts, between souls. So we want to take learning to a new level. Learning is living." As Andrew sat down, Anesh got up and walked to the front of the boardroom. With a dramatic pause, he clicked a button, and an image of happy and confident people at a restaurant appeared on the massive screen at the front of the room. Would you say food is a type of communication? Would you say it is something that brings people together, that excites the mind, the palate, yet puts the body at ease? I think teachers and educators long for those they teach to have fun learning, to be confident and bold to express what is in their minds and in their hearts. Incorporating something that humans have sweat for, fought for, and celebrated with, fusing it with something as unlikely as learning, is the foundational spark of our idea. Andrew and I are proposing to launch a continent-wide extravaganza where education meets convenience, learning meets lunch, and communication meets canapes. We are aiming to set up a fail-safe system where those who want to practice language can do that in a convenient, fun, and delicious landscape. Using an application and online payment systems, clients will be able to select the language they want to practice, who they want to practice it with, and where they want to practice it. We will have a large number of deluxe food trucks, pop-up cafes, and even rent out event halls in the hotspots of each state and province. Our plan is perfectly timed, it will be well staffed, and we already have researchers and business contacts to help us network and make our first-year trial. It will be a success. With that, Anesh sat down and gave the stage to Andrew to bring the presentation home. There are so many treats and surprises for you to discover along the way as our plan unfolds. We don't want to give it all away now. The extended plan is in a folder in front of you. For the technology, IT, and marketing know-how, I will be spearheading those departments. For the culinary design and execution of the locations, event planning, and international food partnerships, Anesh will be in charge of those areas. With your management on the business side and your investments, we think this will change the linguistic landscape in a fundamental way. This is just the tip of the iceberg, as I mentioned before. Take all the time you need to think about it and discuss it. We await your response and your questions. Anesh and Andrew left the boardroom. Once outside, they both let out a big sigh of relief and happiness. All had gone according to plan, and everyone in the room had very engaged and excited expressions on their faces. They took a seat in Andrew's office and waited for Sonia to come and give them an idea of what to expect. About half an hour later, Sonia came in. Well, guys, what can I say? It's a great idea, and all the investors are on board. They still have to take a deeper dive into your business proposal details, but they said they already love the sound and look of it. Our company is willing to look into something you guys can do in North America to start initial research into the feasibility of the project. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you and super excited to see where this all leads. Sonia gave Andrew and Anesh hugs, which was completely out of character, but she seemed really inspired by the idea, so they returned the hugs with just as much enthusiasm. When she left the office, Anesh looked at Andrew and said, "I can't believe it! We did it!"
Thank you, Sarah. Now it's time for some listening comprehension questions. Let's go.